So I recently got my first professional haircut in 2 years and I'm kind of regretting it. In fact, I think I can do a better job than the hairdresser did. But before we attempt that, bit of context. This was my hair before and this is the longest it's got in quite a few years now. I am on a constant mission to grow out long, healthy hair. In fact, I am starting a new personal goal to reach waist length hair. So do subscribe if you want to follow along my progress. Only thing is, growing long, healthy hair has never been easy for me because I have a dry hair type, which means it splits and it breaks at the ends a lot quicker than normal hair types, regardless of how well I take care of it, which I've been doing for many years now. And the second thing that hasn't helped is the fact that I have had a hair splitting and picking compulsion for most of my adult life. If you don't know what that is, I made a video all about it. I'm gonna leave it up here. It's been an on and off battle, but I'm trying very hard to stop for good. So back to the hair. In my last video, I showed you what I asked for at the hairdressers, the reference photos I used, my reaction, and I also showed you how I measure my hair, and I showed exactly how much was taken off. So I'm gonna leave that video up here also. By the way, if you click up here, it should come down with any videos I've mentioned throughout, and if you click on one, it should open a new window, so you can always come back to this video. These are the before and afters of my haircut, and as you can see, it kind of looks bad. But as I mentioned, I do have a dry hair type, so it's generally harder to style and make it look nice and keep it looking nice. Oh my god, the umbrella's about to blow away. Don't think she used a heat protectant. She did use styling cream, but I'm not sure if it was a heat protectant. But we are gonna see if I can style it better than the hairstylist did. I am going to show you a few different styles, but we're starting with the blowout, which is what the hairdresser did. I'm going to use a bit of this Raise the Root spray because my hair is notoriously flat at the root. I only used about 4 sprays though to prevent buildup. Forgot to mention, I also used heat protection, of course. I then blow dried all of my hair upside down until it was mostly dry but still a bit damp so that we can do the blowout. I actually haven't done a blowout in quite a long time, so I was a little bit clumsy with it and I was rushing slightly, but essentially I'm drying the top section all back and I'm using Velcro rollers to set the shape. Initially I thought I would just do the top front section, but then I realized I really ought to do the back section of the crown as well, especially since this is my problem area, but this would have been much easier if I did the back first. Then I blow dried the rest of my hair in sections. I tried to create some tension with the hairbrush and blow dry it down, under and slightly towards the back. Then I sort of roughly just rolled the ends into rollers just to hold the shape. Okay, this could turn out terribly. May have curled these bits in the wrong way for this hairstyle, but I don't know because I've never really had this hairstyle before. So far, so good. Obviously this curl will not like stay the whole day. I just put it in the rollers to kind of help let it set so that it lasts a bit longer than like 20 minutes. This little dent here from where I had to clip it, but I don't know any other way. I need to get some different clips that I can put through a roller. The back is my problem area and it never goes right because it's so hard to style the back and the back of my hair always looks terrible. Okay, let's see. We've done all is looking promising. Already looking better than it did when I came out of the salon. I can do a better job than my local hairdresser. I'm sorry, but this looks way better already. Oh my god, it actually looks good. Oh, the back feels so dry and gross, but we'll put some serum on it. This serum is so old, I don't even know if it's okay to use, but we're gonna use some. We already used a little bit of hair oil and leave-in conditioner after I got out the shower. I guess that proves it. I can do a better job than my hairdresser. I swear every time I go to the hairdresser, they never quite get it right, which is just mind-boggling to me because I swear girlies on YouTube who are teaching hair tutorials are more talented these days than actual hairstylists. Or is it just I'm going to the wrong hairstylists? Probably. If only I could do a blowout every day, I absolutely would, believe me. But having such fragile hair, I know it just couldn't handle it. So I do have to limit my heat styling, especially if I want to reach my long, healthy hair goals. So let's see how it looks with the curly girl method, which is one of my go-to heatless hairstyles for the summer. So this is footage from my last curly girl method video. I'll leave that in the corner if you want to see an in-depth tutorial. But essentially, I just wash it, scrunch it, and then I add gel and scrunch it again. It's a bit of a process, but anyway, this was my result from the back. I'm going to show you what it used to look like with my old hair. Pretty much not a whole lot of change from the back, but from the front, I just feel like it looks kind of actually a little bit more sexy and just a bit more stylish, a bit more rustic. This was before when my hair was all long, but I've got to say I think I kind of preferred it before. Somebody left a comment and it actually helped me understand where the hairdresser went wrong, so I'm going to explain that towards the end of the video. But good thing about having more layers at the front is that it's easier to do a side part. I do enjoy wearing a side part when I'm doing the curly girl method, and having less hair at the front makes it so much lighter and easier to do. So that was the curly girl method. Then I tried braid waves. I don't know, I wasn't too sure about how it looked. I feel like it exaggerated how chunky the front was. Maybe it was just the way I braided it. I did 2 Dutch braids. I don't know, it just didn't quite look right at the front. Yeah, it just did not look flattering, but who knows, maybe I'll try again and it will look completely different. This is what my hair looks like, completely naturally air dried. I just let it be. I went out in the sun and it pretty much dried. I did put a headband on my hairline because I was trying to create some lift here, which has kind of worked. This is my natural hair. It's just kind of like wavy and crazy, and that's the way it is. And I'll show you the back too. Shampoo and conditioner, and then I went in with a leave-in conditioner as always afterwards, and then I ran out of hair oil, so I just used silicone-based serum on wet hair, and this is how it dried. So yeah, my natural hair is kind of hard to work with sometimes, but it just is what it is. Today, this is pretty much my natural hair as well, except I did spritz it with some water this morning and I tried to scrunch in some serum to give it some shape because it was just kind of a mess. It still is a mess, but at least it has a few more waves. I didn't have any gel, so I just made do with a little bit of leave-in conditioner and some serum and some water, and it's dried very frizzy, but this is just my hair. I just have to live with it sometimes. But somehow the front doesn't look so chunky today. I don't know if it's just because it's kind of like a bit more curled. It's all blending in together a bit more. I'm embracing the kind of wild look, I suppose. I actually feel like this is a manifestation of my hair today. Like, she's even got a bit of like dried grass in there. We love that. In conclusion, I have realized that I do prefer my hair all one length and long. I think it suits my face shape and it kind of just feels truer to who I am because that's the hairstyle I always had as a kid. Somehow it feels like going back to my roots. As someone with a very small round face, I need to elongate. I think it actually would have been a lot better if the hairdresser just got the angle right. Someone left a comment on my last video and it made so much sense. Basically, she just said that her angles were off. She kind of did a complete 45-degree angle. It kind of ended up a little bit chunky and it wasn't really feathered out enough, like at this top bit here. I think she needed to just go a little bit more vertical and that would have been like just the right amount of hair to come off. This is just the thing. Every time, I have never had one single professional haircut that I've been truly happy with, and that is the truth. So maybe I just need to get better at practicing and cutting my own hair. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to see a little bit more about what my personal life is like, I'm gonna leave a little video right here. If you wanted to watch that video about my haircut, how I measure my hair, I'm gonna leave that right down here for you. Thank you so much for watching. I am sending you my love, I am sending you angels, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.